Now our next assignment with Google Sheets, Sheets number 10, is going to stick with that Super Bowl database, but we're going to do something different with it. All of the instructions are on the handout that's posted on Google Classroom. Here's what that handout looks like. We're going to be filtering the database, and we'll do it two ways. We'll filter by value and we'll filter by condition. I'm going to show you how to do those things. And for the assignment, we'll be doing it the same way that we did the previous assignment. There is a Google form that will be linked on Google Classroom, and you click that form and you're going to have questions. There are multiple choice questions, so you'll have to look at the questions, maybe look at the options for your answer, and then you'll have to use the Super Bowl database, which also is linked on Google Classroom. And you're going to do it in a little different way than what I have, like I said, than what we did before. All right, so I'm going to show you. Here we go. Let's do a couple of examples. It's about filtering, and you're going to filter by value and filter by condition. All right, well, so here's our big pile of Super Bowls here with all of this information. And so let's check to see. Let's think about this one. It's always been on television. Every Super Bowl's been on television. And what they do now, that for the very first year they let two networks cover it, but they don't do that anymore. They take turns awarding the telecast to different networks. So let's do this. Let's take a look. Let's look at a way. How many times has it been on the Fox TV network? Now again, right now, it would be a little bit of a pain to go in here and look. If you're looking at the broadcast network column and it's been on Fox, I see sometimes when it's been on Fox, but it would be a pain right now to figure that all out. How many times has it been on Fox? So here's how we're going to do it. On this column says broadcast network. There's a little kind of a triangle button right next to there, and so I'm going to click that triangle button. And I'm going to, this time we're going to filter by value, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit clear. So this is how you'll do it. I'll hit, it's on the handout, hit that little triangle, I'm going to hit clear. Okay. Then, and this is under filter by values here, so I had that already open because I knew I was going to do it. Filter by values, you're going to clear it, and then I just want to pick the one I'm looking for. Right? Or I could pick more than one if I wanted to, but I don't want to pick more than one right now. I just want to find out, okay, how many times has it been on Fox? So I hit clear to clear them all, and then I say, okay, let's go find just Fox Network, and I'll click OK. Boom. Now, it's not showing all of the Super Bowls now, right? It has eliminated, it didn't erase them. Don't worry, we didn't lose them. But it has eliminated the ones that were not on Fox, and that's called filtering. It has filtered it out. It has made it so that it's only showing me the ones that were on the Fox network. And if my question was, how many times has Fox had the broadcast? Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 times when Fox was awarded the TV contract for showing the Super Bowl. All right. Now, to get it back to where it's showing all of them again, I'm going to go back to that little funnel. It's kind of like a funnel. It's a little triangle button, kind of like a funnel. And I'm going to say select all, and then I'll click OK, and that sets it back to normal, where it's showing all of the, all the Super Bowls are back now. All right. So let's do another one where we filter by value. Let's talk about winning teams. So we'll go over here and find the winning team. All right, that's in column I right here. And what I want to do is find out, okay, the Chicago Bears. Have they ever been the winning team? If they were the winning team, how many times were they the winning team? So let's do it the fast way here. I go to that little triangle button, and I am going to be filtering by value. By the way, if that's closed, if filter by values is closed, then click that little triangle and it'll drop down, and I'm going to clear it. I don't want all of the winning teams right now. So I'm going to clear that list of winning teams. And then I see Chicago Bears right here. And by the way, you could, if you're curious, you could check any team that has been a winning team and find out. But I'm going to go to Chicago Bears, and I'll click OK. And there it is. We find out they only won once. The Super Bowl was actually played in 1986. but they were famously known as the 85 Bears. And there it is. Chicago Bears have won one time. Yay for them. All right, so now to set this back, and remember what it's done here is it's only showing me that one time when the Chicago Bears won. To set it back to normal, I go back to that little filter button. I go to select all, and then I just go ahead and click OK. And now I've got them all back. All the Super Bowls are back. So that's how you do filter by value. All right, that is it. Now let's look at filter by condition. That's another way you can do it. And here's what we'll do first on this one. We're going to talk about attendance of the Super Bowl. All right, so attendance is way over here in column O. Column Q, I'm sorry. Column Q. Here's attendance, right? So it's going to start the same way. I'm going to click that little triangle button. But this time I'm not going to filter by values. I could even close that up if I wanted to. I'm going to filter by condition. So I'll spin that down. All right. Now the condition, right now it says none. There's no condition being applied. So here's what I'm going to do. The question is going to be, how many times has the Super Bowl had an attendance of over 75,000, more than 75,000. Okay, so on the condition thing where it says none, let's see, more than, what would that be? Oh, it'd be greater than, right? And I guess we could do greater than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to is okay with me. Greater than or equal to, and I said 75,000. So we're just going to have to type that in here. We're just going to come right here where it says value and 75000. Don't put a comma in there. You don't need a comma. All right, so take a look at that. This is how I'm doing it. Greater than or equal to 75,000. All right, I go ahead and click OK, and it has been all sorted out. Now, if my question was how many times has that happened, there's several, but I can count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 times the attendance has been greater than 75,000 people. A lot of that has to do with the stadium where they have the Super Bowl. Can it hold that many? But there you go. 23 times an attendance greater than 75,000. Okay, now to get this back to normal, see, this is not showing all of the Super Bowls. It's only showing the ones that had an attendance greater than 75. So I go back to that little funnel button, and I just go back to my condition where it says greater than, and I put it on none, and I click OK, and that brings everything back. All right, set the condition to none, and that brings everything back. Okay, here's another example of condition. Let's do the margin of victory here, right? That works with numbers, and so I'm wondering how many times. I mean, have we had a lot of close games? How many times has the margin of victory, let's say, been less than 7? You know, in football, a touchdown extra point is 7 points. So let's do this. Let's do the margin of victory, or we can do less than or equal to. All right, so let's do it. Here we go. You click the little triangle button. We're going to filter by condition. The condition we're going to use is less than or equal to. And the value that I'm going to compare to here, less than or equal to what? 7. That's what I want to check. How many times has the margin of victory been less than or equal to 7? This gets into close games for the Super Bowl. All right, so I'm going to click OK on that, and bingo, we've got it. All of these games right here have been less than 7. And if my question was how many times has that happened, I would have to count them up real quick, but that's not too hard. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times the margin of victory has been 7 or less, right? Because I did less than or equal to. Okay, to bring it all back to where it is all showing again, I would click that little funnel button, and I would set my condition to none and click OK. and all the Super Bowls are back. So that's a couple of examples of how you filter by value and how you filter by condition. Now on the Google Sheet, it's going to tell you, at the beginning it's all filter by value, and it's going to tell you when you get down to some of the later questions, it'll say filter with a condition. So it kind of gives you a little hint there to tell you that you need to filter with a condition rather than filtering by a value. There will be a little bit of help there for you on the questions. All right, so there you go. You'll have, and when you get done with the questions on the form, there will be a submit button at the bottom, and so you'll hit submit, and then you're done. All right, you don't have to turn in the spreadsheet. You don't have to turn anything else. Once you submit your answers to these questions, you got it. All right, your turn.